Mike Taylor Live is presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. And now, live from Oahu, Mike Taylor.
Yeah, a new run continues tonight of this show. After we had our milestone episode 25, maybe that was premature celebration to celebrate 25 shows, but you never know how long these damn things will last. So I thought that I would get some celebratories in the other night, and so we began run number 2. The sprint to 50 shows. Can we get there? God only knows, but I think we're on our way. It is Taylor Live, Mike Taylor Live, presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. Muchas gracias to one and all for jumping in here. Thank you for viewing this thing, whether you're viewing it live or whether you are viewing it from the future or the past. That is the miracle that is YouTube television. So thank you for being a part of our loveyouhardtv.com, or just go to YouTube and put my name in there, Mike Taylor. You'll be able to find a link to me. So thank you, boys, for jumping in here. You can jump in here and chat with us for free all along the night as we stay on with you tonight for episode 26. You can also jump on and join the super chat for a nominal fee, just a couple of bucks, single digits. So jump on there and you can chat there. Or you can go to our kick-ass Buy Me a Coffee page, which I need to do that right now. Let's see, lovey. Indeedy, Mike Taylor, there it is. It's buymeacoffee.com/Mike Taylor Live. And you can chat away and shoot us a tip. Tip us, Holmes. We love you very hard, and we appreciate any of the, whether it's $3 a week, that's cool. That stuff adds up. We put most of it right back into the production of this show, and away we go. It is Mike Taylor Live. All right, and I am reporting live from the hellscape today, and back in the mothership studios of the Pornhub is DJ LG, the executive producer of this thing. And it is the tallest little buddy in radio and YouTube television. It is the gigantic Samuel Ladon Freese from Glen Rose, Texas.
It's a very Robin Hood and Little John dynamic, for sure. Little John being twice the size of Robin Hood.
Yeah, or you're the big bear from Jungle Book, and I'm the little dude.
That works out, too. Yeah.
What was his name?
Good
what
Disney
the
character
what
of the
was
Jungle
that dude?
Book?
Something strange. Nafala.
Yeah, let's go with that. You're close, sure.
Dingdala.
What was the bear? What was the bear even called?
No,
Baloo.
Baloo. Yeah, there you go.
Baloo. Yeah, you're Baloo. I'm the little wild ass, poorly raised kid. God Almighty, is that what we're starting off with tonight?
Jungle Book.
And I will quote.
Yep.
And I will quote the great Rudyard Kipling, who wrote the original Jungle Book. The pack is unto the wolf as the wolf is unto the pack. You boys know what that means? There is no pack without the individual wolf pulling his weight, and there is no individual wolf without the pack.
There is no... okay, yeah, you just beat me to it. I was about to say the exact same thing. You just got there first, yeah.
And that's what we are. We're a pack of wolves here, a pack of fledgling YouTube wolves here. There is no show without the individual of us, but there's also no us without the team. Lots of coaches have used that quote probably in locker room speeches over the years.
Oh, no question.
Mike McCarthy should probably use that rather than stupid-ass movies from the mid-'80s that his kids weren't even alive when they came out to try to get the Cowboys motivated.
You don't think Austin Powers, that just recently, like last week, celebrated its 25th year anniversary? You don't think that's doing anything for current NFL players?
No.
I mean, literally a third of the Cowboys roster is younger than the Austin Powers movie franchise. But yeah, I bet it gets them going.
Well, none of us were born when Rudyard Kipling wrote the Jungle Book, but that stands the test of time. That is a masterpiece in American literature. And these kids in the Cowboy locker room would totally relate to that Wolfpack quote from that book over some fucking 80s movie or an early 90s movie, Austin Powers, but Mike McCarthy doesn't get it, so that is what it is. The reason I bring up the pack tonight is because this has been, and Puma can attest to this. I've been a little bitch most of the day, all up in my feels.
A little Jim
It's
Nance-ish.
been a good day.
Yeah.
See, Jim Nance is fake. He writes his shit. Mine's
No,
real,
I'm
and
just
I'm
saying
not good at
more
it.
of Jim Nance announcing a New York Giants game where he accidentally says giant bitch instead of Giants bench.
Right.
Correct.
Or like when Brad Sham calls someone a 52-yard cunt.
Correct. Yes.
Right.
I wish you don't understand how many hours I've lost in my life trying to find that said audio. I can't get my hands on it. I'm never going to find it.
He probably went to the powers that be to get that eliminated from. It's got to be somewhere. One time, the great Brad Sham, during a Cowboy game, clearly was thinking about some woman that had made him upset that day.
Or he was just trying to say punt caught by a guy with the last name that started with C.
No.
And he got a little boggled.
If you'll go back, do some research. If you go back and research when that season that Brad said 52-yard cunt.
I think it was 54.
I think that's the same 54. That's the same season that Brad got divorced.
Oh,
go back and do that.
Okay, let me revisit my timelines there.
Look at the chronological aspects of that.
It was probably the last time the Cowboys found a starter in the 5th round. It was probably around that same time.
T-Ham, 1998, something
probably
like that.
So, exactly.
So the point in bringing up Rudyard Kipling is there is no me without Puma or LG, and there is no us without each other, and there damn sure is no us without you guys viewing this thing. And there is no us without our sponsors and our help and people that volunteer to give a damn about me and my little thing we have here. The radio show is what it is, and I'm proud of that radio show. This YouTube thing, I mean, it's why I'm all up in the fields today, because people have stepped up and helped us today. And it was just one of those days where I can handle like once a week having good news, but I suck at handling like 3 or 4 bits of good news in one day. And I know Puma is too. Just horrible at handling it. You can be overloaded with good news, right?
Yeah, but you hit a point where you get so much good news, then you're just like, okay, like I know this is about to turn. Yeah, this is like, and then you start anticipating the bad at that point.
Yeah, a car wreck is tomorrow, know? Right.
Like,
someone's going to break in my home tomorrow.
A tree's going to fall on me. It's going to be something absolutely random. Like, I'm going to get shot down on the high plains.
I think I'll tell some stories tonight of what a great day this has been for me. But then we'll offset it by talking about cocaine, blowjobs, and rattlesnakes, because I got to have some balance in all this feel good, man. And I can't believe that I've never told this story to Puma, probably because I can't share most of it on the radio show without going over the line and violating the FCC. So we'll talk about that night I went to Van Halen and wound up. And again, tonight's show is themed cocaine, blowjobs, and rattlesnakes. And it's what got this in my head was our rattlesnake talk on the radio show the other day when you were shocked by my fear of the rattlesnake. You're going to know why by the end of this night. Promise.
Well, see, and when we talked about the rattlesnake roundup and you referenced said story you're going to tell tonight, that was not the first time you've referenced it to me, but I've never gotten to hear the whole story. It's only just been like, hey, you want to talk about rattlesnakes? Let me tell you about the time. Like I've never gotten the full uninterrupted experience.
We'll get it tonight. Foamfoot 420 theorizes that the reason we're having all this good news today is because the candles that we light every night are working for us.
It feels like a natural segue.
Yeah, God, well, let me start off.
We need a bigger lighter. It's starting to get to the point where I'm going to lose fingers.
Let me get my candle here.
Good Lord.
I want HEB butter tortilla smelling candle or my own personal one. Don't burn yourself. You think you'd be used to lighting stuff by now.
No, it's because
get this one rolling.
See, this is it. Here's the end of our run. We've already hit our bad luck.
Get him a decent lighter.
This little bitch is not going to do it.
Hold on.
Taylor's Thunderdome. Órale. Puro
Sennheiser. All right, we got one.
We're good, Lawrence. He's good. He got it, Lawrence.
No, because I got another one. Let's see.
Oh, jeez.
Lord.
Make sure it's
I've also
lit.
got huge hands, so like, look, that's not. Oh, we good. I got the. Woo! Hot shit. All right. We're lit.
We good. Thank you
We
for
lit.
telling us that. Okay, cool. We lit. All right. Let me get the feel good shit out of the way, and then I'll balance it out with the Van Halen story. So, and I'm 5 hours ahead of you. I'm 5 hours behind you guys because I'm in the hellscape, and so normally when I wake up, I usually get up at 5:30 in the morning here locally during the week. And the reason I get up so damn early is because I don't want to fall behind Texas time too much. Because by the time I get up at 5:30, it's 10:30 back home, and I've already missed a shit ton of stuff. I always wake up to 50 text messages and calls and emails and news and shit.
God, that sounds like such an ass whip. If I have
It's a
3
beating.
texts when I wake up, I'm just like, oh God. All right. Let me.
It's a beating, dude. So that means that's tough luck living here. I'm so far behind. Like the cool part is when we get off the air at 7 in Texas, it's only 2:00 here. So I've got a whole day left to do shit.
Yeah, see, that was
But
weird when we were there because like
Right.
primetime sports would be on at 3:00 in the afternoon.
3:00. Yeah. The
Yeah.
stars tip off here in a minute at what is it? 3:30, which by the way, are you
Wow.
going to be okay? You going to make it through tonight? I'm going to tell you a
Well,
fun story.
I mean, the NHL didn't do you any favors by scheduling this series on Tuesday, Thursday instead of Monday, Wednesday. But
I'll have you free by 9:15-ish or so. You cool with that?
I think Razor can wait till then.
Well, the first item of great news I got was waking up to one of those text messages that normally beat me down. This one was amazing, and this one got me straight. So the day started off with me getting all up in the fields. Lawrence, show them the text message that I got today from Marty Layall, one of the great artists in our community, who, because he's Thunderdome, has decided to become for free. He makes nothing on this, which is ridiculous because he could get hundreds of dollars for these things.
Easily.
Easy. This is the 2022
Look at that.
official Mike Taylor Barbecue Cooking for the Kids Salvation Army poster of 2022. Thunderdomers, y'all know, on June 11th, which is a Saturday, out at the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club on Peacock Avenue, we will have our barbecue on that June the 11th. And we always have a poster. Marty Layall is the official poster maker of our show. For the first time ever, he has done it in all color, as you can see. Look at that shit there. And it's always nothing. It's nothing but show references. Even like in the top left corner under where it says Mike, he's got the downtown tower. But if you are able to focus
the new Frost building, right?
and the new Frost building. And if you're able to focus in on that, you will see that he also has tongs coming out of the top of the tower rather than a tower or rather than a satellite for helicopters, with a football at the top of the tongs, because I'm the mayor of sports in San Antonio. And if you go straight right from the tower there underneath my name, you'll see that busted up building in downtown Austin where somebody went up there and spray painted "I love you hard" on it, which continues to blow my mind to this day that even happened. And if you keep going right, you will see Leroy the pug dog jumping out of an airplane in the top right corner.
Which is an amalgamation of references.
Correct, because
he's third level on references.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's like inside baseball. It's like inside baseball with our show. My oldest kids have a pug dog, and they used to like to watch videos of dogs jumping out of airplanes. And so to pay homage to my kids when they were little, watching the YouTube clips of dogs jumping out of airplanes, and to pay homage to Puma's beloved Leroy, who we lost this past year, you'll see a pug dog dive bombing out of a freaking airplane.
on a poster for a barbecue.
Yeah.
Sponsored by the Salvation Army that goes directly to the kids of San Antonio proper.
Right. And right. I mean, it's insane. Yeah.
We found Leroy in a parking lot in Lubbock, and he's now on a poster that's going to support the kids. It's great. Yeah. It's so good.
All you can do is laugh because you'll tear up.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous. It's absurd.
It's ridiculous.
It's absurd.
It's absurd. But when you think about where the money goes, the reason we do this barbecue is because every cent goes to that Boys and Girls Club. And as I said today on the radio show, and as I've said before, there are so many kids in our area and not just in San Antonio, everywhere, every big city, and every place in this country that bills itself as the number one country on the planet, that bills itself as the mighty military might that we are, the greatest economy on the planet. We're in our very own city. Thousands of children don't get to eat 3 times a day. Sometimes they don't get to eat twice a day. Kids love to get out of school for the summer, but for kids that don't get to eat every day, they almost dread the summer for that one reason, because they know that they won't get to eat the 2 meals that they get for free at school. And it does not matter why mom or dad can't afford food. Who gives a shit? We only care about the kids not eating. And it don't matter why their parents are not able to feed them. So many kids are not eating enough meals. And so that's where we come in, trying to help the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club, because it gives kids a place to hang out during the summer when it's crazy hot to be outside. And it guarantees and assures them at least lunch and a snack. And that's what we're there for. Last year, we helped you, Thunderdome, help build, you helped refurbish the inside wall. They painted the entire thing with your contributions. They bought brand new tables for the cafeteria that the kids will use for years. That's where we got that funny drop that Puma uses every day on the radio show. Thank you, Mike Taylor. Thunderdome.
If I remember correctly, the first thing they did with the money, the first thing Brad sent us was pictures. They were doing like a space camp or something there at the Boys and Girls Club, and it was literally directly from all of the proceeds from the barbecue, because it was a summer activity that they wouldn't have been able to offer otherwise.
Yeah, they went to space camp. I guess I'm assuming Houston. They went out to NASA probably.
Well, no. They were just doing. I think they were just doing like
the site.
Right. It was just like like they were having different, because they had someone come in, and Brad can probably correct me, because I remember talking to Brad about it and how it reminded me of something that I got to do growing up in elementary school, and like that.
Cool.
If you can nurture that passion for science at that age, it's so important in the long term to feed that imagination, feed that passion at that age, to keep those aspirations high, and to keep especially space, because it's such a great comparison of you feel like you're stuck in this area, but then you learn about space and how infinite and large it is, and you realize the opportunities that are actually out there that you might not have seen, in the surroundings that you're facing every day in, day out. Like that the analogy of where that money went immediately, like it wasn't like the metaphors and the future prospects of those kids was not lost in that moment of learning where it went.
Okay. Which is why I have to do rattlesnake talk here in a little while.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's get to the Van Halen show.
Let's quickly scan that poster real quick. I need to send a message to Trailer and show him that he's on the middle of it, right there in the smack dab middle of the poster.
Oh, with his hotter than fish grease Conference USA trophy.
Yeah, holding the Conference USA, holding the hot fish. There's Bob Saget holding a freaking golf club.
Not just any golf club.
Not just any golf club. A Scotty fucking Cameron is what he's holding in his hand. There's Bloody Nolan Ryan. There's the great Marvin Gaye. There's Manu. There's a dolphin on my left shoulder.
I didn't want to jump the gun because that's the best detail that literally I didn't notice until we were looking at it earlier on the radio show. And I mean, even like there's like the dolphin I should have caught earlier, and you said it earlier on the radio show and I completely missed it. That's DJLG down in the soundboard on the grill. Like right there in that green lettering, if you zoom in.
His moniker, the green
lettering. I see that.
Right there. Instead of it being, knobs to make the grill hot, turn the flame up, it's your soundboard with your DJLG right there.
Yeah. And there's Manu and Pop and Tim with goat horns, which is cool. Emmett, Willie Nelson. And then to by my right elbow is the Puma waving his towel at the opening game of this past season, where we got come on now Spurs. Yep. And then right there at the tip of my elbow is Grandma Becky's hot sauce, which is amazing.
Okay.
What is there in the
familiar
center
with
there?
that one?
Well, it's just because Grandma Becky's a hothead and she's Mexican and full of
fiery.
I
vinegar.
thought maybe she had some bomb-ass hot
Fiery
sauce I
Latina.
need to try or something.
Fiery ass Latino woman. But it has a peace sign, which makes it funnier. It's the juxtaposition that my
Okay,
mother was a
yeah.
socialist. Really, my mother's a goddamn anarchist, if you want to be completely honest.
Quite a paradox.
So it's got her peace sign as the logo to the hot sauce, which is quite the paradox. All right, what is there above Pop's head? I've got a photo of myself here.
Winners get to do what they want.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, my bad. Yeah, winners get to do what they want,
Well,
which is one of our
it's a beer bottle. It's
Oh,
polished.
yeah, it's a Pops on a beer bottle.
Yeah, and it's
or a wine. Is it a wine bottle?
Oh, it's a wine bottle.
Yeah.
For Pop's wine.
Pop.
Yeah.
He's on a bottle of red wine,
Yeah,
and the wine is labeled "Winners get to do what they want."
It's a nice vent. Winners get to do what they want.
There's a picture of me throwing up in the ocean while shark diving, which is cool.
Okay.
Right
then
above said rapey dolphin.
Yeah, because I've declared that when I come back, if reincarnation's real and you come back as an animal, I want to come back as a dolphin because dolphins have more fun.
At some point, we need to talk about the fact that as soon as I said I wanted to come back as a crocodile, they're now, like, for the first time in my lifetime, facing global shortages.
They're all smokers. That's what happened.
Yes, it seems like it's finally caught up to them. Yeah.
We need to get a sponsor for you, like an emphysema doctor, and like you literally get up, take a smoke break during the show.
You should just leave. We were talking about earlier. You should just leave.
A sponsored smoke break.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could get you a wireless, and you go out there and just smoke, but we can still hear you.
Okay.
I
am in.
Right?
I am in.
Right? We'll put you in one of these.
For sale. I am in.
This.
Right on.
Oh,
and then, of
my
course,
God. Hell yeah. We might do a trial run tonight.
We'll put you in one of these.
Oh,
and then send you outside. There you go.
Sounds like I'm reporting live from the pits.
Check 1, 2.
Let me get this in, then we'll move on. And Marty and I had a discussion before he started this. Like, what do you want your theme to be this year? And as many of you know, I went through a divorce last year. Went through a bit of a transition phase. And when I talked to Marty about this, probably in November. And I was, Puma knew me in November, and I was just trying to stay afloat and tread water. And what I told Marty was, dude, the only thing I give a shit about right now are my kids. I've got 4 of them. And I don't know, maybe do something with my kids and highlight them, because I realized that my true bottom line purpose in this world, and this is me talking to him in November, and I was going through a tough time. Thank God everything's cool now. And I've got other things to live for, other people that I want to be around for. But at that time, I'm like, honestly, all I give a shit right now is being the best dad I can be. I want to do good shows, but it comes down to being a good dad. You can take a lot of things away from me. You can say what you want about my character, and which most of it's bullshit because no one really knows anything about my character. You can say anything you want. You can hate the show. You can love the show. You can be indifferent. What you cannot take away from me is that I'm a father, and that's what defines me, and that's, when I'm dead, I don't care if it says, "Here's lies Mike. He was a good radio host." When I died, what I wanted to say is, "There's Mike. He was a damn good dad." That's really what I pride myself on over anything. And that's what I told Marty. Marty probably got me at the wrong day, because I probably would have said, I'll put some funny stuff on there too. But I guess he got me. I was having a feels day. And look what he did. He put all 4 of my kids on the flyer, which is so badass. So there's the twins there to my left and right shoulder. Right above the little white twin is my oldest daughter, Sarah, the blonde. And then up there, where's Sammy? Oh, Sammy's right. She's right below Willie's guitar there. That little emo thing there with junior second base written on the T-shirt is my Sam, my 21-year-old. So this is what I woke up to this morning. Marty's like, "Hey, man, I'm done. I really tried hard. Do you like it?" I'm like, "Dude, are you fucking
Jesus Christ?"
Because if you don't like it, Marty, I can start from scratch and we can just do it all over again. Like, it really, it comes natural to me. It won't be a big deal.
I tell you what, it came a long way from that sketch we previewed here a few shows ago.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was headed in this direction at all.
I don't feel worthy of this. This is way too much. This is like, I don't know what to compare it to, but I don't feel worthy of that. So thank you, Marty Leal. I appreciate that very much. All right. So that's enough of that. Such a good dude. Thank you, man. And those things will be on sale. Those are only $20. That's ridiculous.
That's such a steal. We're pricing ourselves way too low. I mean, between the ticket and t-shirt combo and the poster price, well,
you don't have a lot of sponsors. That's because we work for nothing. That's fine. I mean,
that's fine.
It's okay. I'm fine.
We enjoy what we do, so it's fine.
All right, so you can go. I need you to buy plates, and y'all can buy the poster. The poster will be on sale for $20. And we're only going to print so many of them, and we're also going to print X amount of T-shirts that'll have copies of the poster on T-shirts. You can get the poster on a T-shirt or the poster itself for $20. The T-shirt's only $15. And these aren't cheap ass T-shirts either. These are decently made T-shirts for $15 with the Taylor Show poster on there and the barbecue poster.
Nice.
And or just to get the poster itself for $20. That's it. All right. I want to thank R&R Auto Glass, another member of our wheel that keeps us spinning. Appreciate you guys at R&R, right there off of 281 in Tacoma. If you've got glass issues, if you have damage to your windshield, your side windows, your back window, your side, maybe your sunroof has issues. Maybe the little thing inside the door panel, the little motor thing is messed up and your windows aren't rolling up or down. You can't have that. You can get those fixed too at R&R Auto Glass. They're super fast, easy to get to, right by the airport at 281 in Tacoma. And if you mention me, you'll get a Taylor Special. They give you a discount when you go in there and you mention me. All right, feel good story number 2, and we'll get on. And this is actually a couple of announcements. Did we announce the hangar bit Tuesday? I've been so busy hustling, I've lost track of time.
I don't think so.
I don't think we've.
Okay, we've got two massive.
I keep waiting for LG to give me an update on Kevin Harvick's tire pressure. Like it really looks like he's about to.
Hey, LG, I'm running tight. We're running tight in the corner. We're running tight.
Boys keep telling Kevin he's got to come to the pits, but that stubborn bastard says he can get 6 more laps out of him. So you know what? Fuck it. He knows best. Let's see what he can do.
I'm testing this out because Carl Schoening said he might hook us up with some headsets for the remote, which you are about to announce. This remote we're about to do.
Let me really test that some bitch out. I need more wine. Let me test that. I'll see if it makes it to the kitchen.
Yeah, let him have it.
It's not wireless.
Oh,
I could make it wireless, but it's not wireless.
Steph, get her ass in there and get you something. Hey, get your ass in there and get me something to drink, girl. Why don't you fire that off? Is she there tonight?
You know, she's had a long week, and there's a big, a big business trip next week.
Oh, okay. Last week she was your beer bitch. Oh, God.
Do you mind getting me some wine, darling?
Oh, listen to that punk out. You mind getting me some wine, darling? I'll paint your toenails.
It's really not important or necessary, but if you don't mind and have the time and convenience, I would really appreciate it. I'll give you all my
talent piece for next week.
Hey, yo, Marty's up in here.
Give me some wine, Brad Sham.
Hey, Marty. Oh, he's making up for it. Called her Brad Sham. And by calling her a Brad Sham,
she won't get that reference. So it's perfect. Let's leave it at that.
There's Marty. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, homie. There are no words. That's all I got. All I got is I have no words. All right. So we've got 2 other things that I've made my day today. So I'm going to be in Texas. I'm going to be in San Antonio on next week. I'm flying. I catch a flight Sunday night, fly overnight into Houston, catch a little puddle jumper from Houston to San Antonio, and I'll be in San Antonio midday on Monday. Going to be there till Thursday. And the reason for that is numerous, but here are 2 big reasons I'm coming home. Couple of things. We have 3 appearances, and that's what we have so far. Shit, let me get another one for tomorrow the way it's going. I'm going to go chronologically here. Tuesday afternoon. Wait a minute. Yes. Tuesday. Yes. From 11 to 1. I haven't even had Lawrence. I'm not even sure if I've told DJ LG. This is all just. It's just all come down in the last several hours. That's why I'm just done. All I want to do is eat my mileage for Steve of the Mile. I've done a lot.
All right.
So Tuesday from 11 to 1, do you want to go eat lunch with us at the Big Bib Barbecue on Austin Highway? If you have to work and do other shit, that's fine. You don't have to.
Oh, you really didn't tell me about that one. Yeah.
Oh no, we're not just playing radio
What is
here.
the
We're
Tuesday
actually breaking news.
Tuesday. Let me look at my calendar here. Hold on.
Okay, well,
Tuesday's
while
the
you're
10th,
looking, let me tell them what we're doing.
Utility bill is due. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. So Tuesday, I'm going to be hanging out at the Big Bib Barbecue, the official barbecue restaurant of our radio show on iHeart. And I'm going to be there from 11 to 1 having lunch. And I'm there because the barbecue's good and I'll need to eat lunch. The other reason is this. I'm going to have this with me on Tuesday. You see that right there? That is a...
Nope.
Oh, there it is. Hey, look at that. I would suck as a weatherman trying to follow a green screen. That's called a QR code, all right?
Yes,
you
sir.
should have heard me trying to explain to David Munoz, the jazz man today, what a QR code was. It was pretty funny. And I'm going to have this flyer with me. Come out to the Big Bib Barbecue on Tuesday and eat barbecue. And oh, look at there. I'm going to have that with me. And you can click that QR code and buy plates to the barbecue.
Yep.
Bending over.
It almost feels like LG was gonna have you hold that up there for.
I mean, I wasn't prepared for it, but
okay.
that's why it went up there all
It really felt like you could
waxed
tell how off the rails it was, and you were just gonna let it play out
Make that a
before
little
he
smaller.
put it.
There we go.
Yeah, kind of like when I decided to put my nipple on
Correct,
screen and you let it go over the air for a full minute.
Oh, no, I can't
Correct.
cover up the Texas cheer.
Yeah,
Hold on.
it feels
I
like
put over here. There we
feels
go.
like it was intentionally produced there.
So
yeah, you can scan that right now, actually, on your screen with your phone.
Oh, no shit.
If you're watching on another device, but
seriously.
and then the link is in the description down below to get to that page, so you can buy a plate.
How many more laps does Brad Kozlowski have before he runs out of gas?
It didn't work for me. It didn't work for me, LG. How do you do it?
I don't know, man. Let me see. Let me make it bigger here.
It ain't scrolling. I make it bigger.
Oh, it just disappeared. Hold on. There.
Oh, geez. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it'll absolutely work.
Oh my God, it totally did. Holy
just worked for me.
shnikes. Yeah, it worked for me too. Wow. Okay. Y'all click that right now and buy plates to the
sound like
barbecue.
a bunch of fucking bumpkins. Oh yeah, holy hell, it actually works.
It's a QR code. What did you think it was going to do?
Can you believe what just happened?
This is a sign of the times. Revelation is
Oh, this is straight from the devil.
All right, get that out of here.
Yeah. I love Christians that cuss while they're talking about the end times. God damn, we're all about to
the
die.
end times.
You're gonna go to the lake of fire. It's around the corner. Revelation. We're all just gonna start disappearing. The rapture is gonna happen Monday.
Go when they die.
All right, so our ticket sales are low, but they always are at this time of the year. Our organization couldn't be more organized. We have more committee members than ever.
Wrong one.
Yep. And we have more committee members than ever. We have more sponsorships than ever, but plate sales are low. But again, we're 5 weeks out. They're always low this time of the year. Always. You know, San Antonio, I'm gonna go, but I'm not gonna buy it now because I got to pay my light bill first. I'll get the plates, the day before. That's fine. I have no doubt we'll get these up, but I need to get these up. The plate sales are not near where they want to be right now, and so you boys get your ass on that website there and click that flyer and buy plates to the barbecue on June the 11th. Okay, cool. And so I'll be out at the Big Bib Tuesday from 11 to 1. I'll have that. Just come out there and you just click the QR code if you're old and dumb and you don't understand how it works. Like I didn't know how to work a QR code till about a year ago. I'll have the flyer. I'll show you how to do it. Buy plates to the barbecue. Okay, that's Tuesday from 11 to 1. Tuesday night at 8:15. We're going to be doing this show for the first time on location. LG, are we going to be able to pull this off? It's a remote. Are we good?
We'll see.
Okay, I'm confident.
Oh, God.
Daryl Waltrip Jr. over here has me feeling good about
We shall
all the
see.
confidence in the world. All right.
I mean, how close is Bill Elliott to catching up to the lead lap? Because I'm really
Awesome, Bill Elliott, to you, boy. That's awesome, Bill Elliott.
saw him win the pole at Texas Motor Speedway.
All right, here's the address. We are going to be at Texas Cheer Liquor, one of their brand new locations. The title sponsor of this show, who, by the way, again, why not? You know what?
Yeah. Because
Look at
nothing
us.
gets me more hyped than generic Casio preset number 19 music. Yeah.
Hey, look at us.
I mean, who would have thought?
Who would have thought? We're doing a freaking remote. We're doing two, Tuesday and Wednesday. So Tuesday night we're going to be at Texas Cheer Liquor, one of his new. I got to look it up because it's so brand new.
Yep.
1604 in Culebra Commons. The physical address is 7010 West Loop 1604. It's basically between Bubba's and Fish City Grill. If you want some landmarks, that's Tuesday night, and I'll put this on our social media and stuff.
It's where all that urban sprawl has crawled to the far west side. I mean, it's
Correct.
blowing
Yes.
up out there.
Big
I
time.
mean, it's impossible to miss. I mean, it's
He's going to get rich out there on this store alone.
Yeah.
Texas Cheer Liquor, 1604 in Culebra Commons, Tuesday night at 8:15. Me and Puma and DJ LG will do a remote. Now, they close at 9, so get there early. Buy your booze. We'll hang out. I figure me and Puma will be in Stone Oak until 7 doing radio. LG will have to get there a little early.
Oh, yeah.
And Puma and I will roll in around.
LG's like, yeah, I'm getting there that morning to try to make
9
sure
a.m.
this shit is actually going to work. I'll be there early. You're correct.
I got a lot of setup.
You are
to do.
correct. Yeah. And don't think I didn't have anything else planned that day because now it's all been pushed.
You do
But
now. You do now. All right. Tuesday night at that Texas Cheer Liquor, 1604 in Culebra Commons, in between Bubba's and the Fish Grill. So they close at 9, but he's going to leave it open for people that want to hang out when we're done. Now, he can't sell you any booze past 9. Okay. So if you're going to buy something, buy it before 9 o'clock. But I figure if we get off the air at 9:15, we'll linger and hang out and take some pictures and stuff. So y'all come out to Texas Cheer Liquor at 1604 in Culebra Commons on Tuesday night at 8:15. All right. And by the way, Mr. Singh just re-upped as our title sponsor. You see why I'm just
dude.
You see why I'm so emotional.
Let me know about the weather report in Cincinnati because that just
Here we know how to party or what,
Hey,
bitches?
I'm on generic Midwest radio. Let me tell you about your commute from Dayton to Cincinnati. It's going to be a rough one this morning out there on I-85.
Oh, having fun. Bonefoot 420 says he liked the traffic cone in the top right corner of the poster, by the way. That's
Okay.
a reference to I almost got my ass kicked by a Hawaiian over a fucking traffic cone.
Very
See the traffic
underrated
cone?
reference on that poster. Just
It's
genius.
up there. It's above Marvin Gaye's head there, the traffic cone. That's when I went to the park and I had a traffic cone trying to get my kids, and that's why he's got the helicopter up there by the traffic cone. My
The
kid was flying
context. The
Like,
context
Above Marvin.
of such a traffic cone being above Marvin Gaye's head that ties into you almost getting your ass beat in Hawaii. Like that's the show in a 10-second explanation.
Right. No one else in America can do what we do.
God,
Certainly
no.
not anybody else in the
God, no.
state. That's when we went to the park that day. I'm not sure if LG can even zoom in on that or not. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But right there
can
above
do
Marvin
this.
Gaye's head, you'll see the traffic cone. And we went to the park. My kid had a little drone helicopter he was flying, and it got stuck in the tree. He was freaking out because he thought he was lost it forever. I'm like, dude, I'll get it down. Give me a second. And there happened to be a random traffic cone just in the middle of the park.
That was not random. That was a celebration of 3 generations of ancestors that cone represented for the last 30 years, where it stood right there in the middle of that city park. And you just completely embarrassed the heritage of the local community by throwing it into a tree.
That city cone was paid by the taxpayer, of which I pay here in the city of Honolulu, not those homeless bums. who get pissed off.
We went full. Oh, that's my tax money that's going.
Yeah,
that's
it's
paying for
my
that
Hawaii.
cone.
Yeah,
you
you're
want
fucking
and
welcome.
that's also my
Yeah.
tax money that's paying for that bench your ass is sitting on in this park. Yeah.
Underneath that fucking rec center you're sleeping on the pavement of.
How much are you
what happened?
contributing, brah? Hey, brah.
Correct. So let me
how
tell.
much you bringing in?
Let me see. I saw a random cone. Just someone had put a cone in the middle of the park. I'm like, okay, I got the cone, and I was throwing it up to the tree, trying to knock the helicopter out of the tree. My kid's like, Daddy, you're going to break it, man. I go, well, get ready to catch it because I'm going to knock that bitch out. Come on, motherfucker. Fort Worth, Texas, do it for Arlington Heights. And I threw that cone, boom, boom, nailed that thing. That son of a bitch came flying down. He didn't catch it, but it didn't break, thank God. And a couple of hopeless bums walk over. Hey, bro, why you throwing that corn, huh? I'm like, that's my pigeon. I'm like, dude.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
If you can't tell, I was getting a helicopter out of the tree. He's well, be careful throwing our stuff around. Yeah, it's a park. I go, dude, mind your fucking business.
Our stuff.
Yeah, our stuff.
Said city cone.
Yeah,
in the
the
middle
tree
of a
might
park.
be yours.
Careful.
Native Hawaiian. That motherfucking cone is mine. I paid for that bitch because I got a job and I pay taxes. That's the reference to the cone.
Oh no. You just
Pele just burned out our candle.
You just burned out. You got that good lighter?
Relight it.
Good thing that was empty.
Good thing.
All right. Clearly you didn't light it good enough. So that's Tuesday. We'll be at Texas Cheer Liquor Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, LG, we need to make a grid and post this somehow where they can just see it. So Big Bib Barbecue 11 to 1 Tuesday for lunch. I'll be selling plates to the barbecue. Texas Cheer Liquor at 1604 in Culebra. Commons out by Bubba's Tuesday night at 8:15. And then on Wednesday, our first bar room appearance. We're going to a beer joint. For those that have listened to the radio show for years and years, you guys will remember our old Thursday girlfriend, The Hanger. The Hanger Sports Bar and Grill is going to have this little fledgling-ass YouTube show at their place on Wednesday night at 8:15 with me and LG and Puma. And we're going to hang out at The Hanger. It's right there on Broadway, just inside Loop 410. It's not technically Alamo Heights. It's just north out of Alamo Heights on Broadway, but right before you get to 410. The Hanger's been there for years. San Antonio proper. For about 2 years, I did the radio show there every Thursday during the football season and have so many memories. And I know that when I walk in there for the first time in years on Wednesday night, all these memories are just going to come flooding back into my brain. I can't wait to go back in there. So we got a busy week next week, boys. 11 to 1 Big Bib Barbecue. Texas Cheer Tuesday night. The Hanger Wednesday night. Who knows? We might be somewhere Thursday night. I have no idea, but going to take advantage of this. And I can't thank everybody enough who stepped up and helped this damn little fledgling YouTube show. A Mike Taylor live show presented by Texas Cheer Liquor, and he's re-upped. He's going to continue to be the title sponsor at least for the end of the year. So love that so much. Thank you, Foam Foot. Y'all buy me a coffee.
Thank you, Mr. Singh.
Or subscribe. And thank you, Mr. Singh. That's so badass. Okay, now let's get to the other story of the night. We're getting late.
Yeah, dude,
that's too much feel good.
Drop. What the hell are we doing?
Sorry, it's way too much. That's way too much feel good for one night. All right, so here's the rattlesnake cocaine blowjob story. I had been on the job about 6 months, something like that. You know, I told you I signed a 1-year contract. I signed a 6-month lease in my apartment contract over off of Vance Jackson over by Clark High because I wasn't sure I was going to make it for 1 year. The company had an option year. And this was right around the time where the company was about to make its mind up on whether or not they were going to pick up the option year for me so I could stay a second year in San Antonio. And so the assistant program director at the time got some tickets to go see Van Halen, right? And another dude that worked at the station, he was going to go as well, right? And that dude is long gone from the station. I don't want to give his name. It'll incriminate him. So it was cool. We got tickets through the boss. He's like, hey, dude, I'm going to go to Van Halen at the AT&T Center. I'm like, that's cool. I got to go to the strip club first. Because I had an appearance that night after the radio show at the men's club in San Antonio. They gave me $200, by the way, for 1 hour, right?
Yeah, I think you mean the Script Club.
The Script Club, as Pac-Man would say, the Script Club. So we're at SA Men's Club. I walk in there, and they're like, hey, what's up, Taylor? They go, those Greeks that own the place love me. You know, I'm a Gen Xer, so I have to point out everybody's nationality and color. That's
it wasn't lost on me.
It's them Greeks that own the place.
As soon as you point it out, I immediately think of season 2 of The Wire, and I get very stereotypical because, of course, the Greeks own the place. Like, of course.
Yeah,
they're also running stuff out of the Baltimore port system, of course.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Sure. Yeah, and I loved it. They were great dudes. I don't know if they were I don't know how much of their job was legit, but whatever. They were good to me. They spent a lot of money with the radio station.
Oh, okay. Okay, Tucker Carlson. I mean, has Putin come and personally attacked me? No. So why should I support Ukraine? Putin's done nothing to me. The Greeks have done nothing to me.
Nobody shot up my house. We're good. Matter of fact, they're paying my ass to go there.
Sure.
So I walk in there. They take me to the center of the main floor, VIP. Within 5 minutes, boom! I got surf and turf. I got a beer. It was good. It was great.
Sure,
I loved it. It's free.
Yeah.
Free.
Well,
Basically, it was coming.
Free surf and turf sometimes is
It was awesome.
It's not free because it's going to punish you for days.
Men's club, it's nice. The men's club's nice. Now I haven't been in there in a decade, but it was nice.
I have boycotted all San Antonio gentlemen establishments since
this was pre-pasty rule. This was pre-pasty. Yeah. We don't do pasties. So I'm sitting in there, again, keep in mind, I mean, I'm just trying to keep my job. So I would have went to a freaking flea market. I would have gone to a church and done an appearance. I needed the money. I needed the security.
9 a.m. Sunday morning at Eisenhower Flea Market. Come see Mike Taylor.
Yeah, the morning after I spent all night at the strip club because it was a paid gig. I wasn't going to say no to anybody that wanted to be a client in those days. We don't do strip club appearances anymore. Puma wouldn't go anyway because he hates pasties, whatever.
Correct.
So I go in there. I'm getting paid to be there. Basically, it's come hang out at my table and watch I think the NBA playoffs were going on. But I started getting text messages from my colleague who no longer works at the station. Hey, dude, they're about to start. You coming? Because I had Van Halen tickets. That was going to be my out, to get out of the club. I don't know, 08?
I'm just trying to think of what era of Van Halen.
David Lee Roth had rejoined the band.
Oh, yeah, 6 months after you started. Okay. So it was David Lee Roth.
Yeah, he had just gotten back with those guys.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
And I was hyped. I wanted to go. I had never seen Van Halen. I didn't want to go. It was Van Halen.
Well,
I
and
wanted
you're
to go
seeing
see
Van Halen, not Van Hagar. Even more reason to get hyped.
Right. Thank you, Hector, for the coffees. So yeah, I'm getting all these text messages. I'm like, but the guys I have all these listeners showed up and they're having a good time and they're still drinking and the playoff game's on. I got caught up at the game and so I wound up going to Van Halen super late.
No way.
And so but I'll fast forward through some stuff because we're running late on this show.
No. Don't skip over anything that might.
It ain't because of the stars. Yeah. So so fine. We're at the club. The waitress is hey, you're not going to leave, are you? I'm like, well, I got Van Halen tickets. She's like, no, you got a whole table here. You're going to fuck up my night. If you leave, they're all going to leave too. I won't be able to feed my kid.
I'll get up there and dance to Pour Some Sugar on. Oh, no, that's Def Leppard. I'll get up there and dance to Jamie's Crying. Please stay.
Whatever, yeah. Drake had just blown up. They probably Drake in those nights.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Houston, Vegas, sir. Houston, Vegas, sir. It was a bullshit like that back in the day.
I just want to be successful.
I just want to be successful. Yeah, this is right after his EP dropped, and so he was all the things. Best I ever had. That was a big stripper club too.
Want the money and the cars. Okay, that EP is actually.
I suppose.
Really
I
good.
Just want to be.
I mean, Bun B is on that mixtape. That's a good mixtape.
Sure, that's a great mixtape. Anyway, so trying to get the fuck out of there, getting pressured by the waitress. The Greeks come over. They traveled in packs, those Greeks. That's why I pluralized it.
The Tentacumbos said, your ass is staying here another hour.
Pretty much. I got it hey, Mike, you're doing well. Lots of people here. You should stay a little longer. I'm like, okay, cool.
Not a bad Greek, not a bad Mediterranean accent.
Would you like to go up to the VIP? I'm like, no, this is cool, guys. Seppo, I'm good, dude. I'm good, Seppo.
You go to the VIP.
We went to the VIP.
No camera. Go to the VIP. Yeah.
I can't. Again, I'm just trying to please the client here, sir. It could have been a church rally.
You're trying to please multiple clients, sir. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, and I had a bunch of listeners. So
correct.
So I'm like, guys, I'm gonna miss the whole fucking concert. The dude I work with is just blowing me. I'm like, dude, I'm stuck at the club. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Pause.
He's like, they're already to the first intermission. Get your ass here, dude. I pulled strings to get you this ticket. We got great seats. It's fucking Van Halen, bro. We'll go back to the club when it's over. I'm like, okay, cool. And I lied to Seppo. Seppo, dude, I'll come back. I've got to make an appearance because my boss is there, which was a little white lie, but no, never got hurt. Finally, I get to the AT&T Center. I'm totally sober because I hadn't been drinking because I was technically doing an appearance. I drank a couple of beers, but I wasn't drunk. I get there and Van Halen's 3/4 of the way over. I'll walk in just as Eddie begins Eruption. So it was kind of cool timing.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, the
cool.
fact that you missed
3/4.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, that's awful. But you walked in at a very, very nice time, at least.
Yeah, I walk in right as Eruption's erupting. So I get my seats. Eddie's doing his thing. And my buddy's like, fuck Turkey song, man. I'm like, oh, this guy is fucked up.
You see what you're dealing with.
Blasted out of his mind. He's like, hey, man. You're a fucking asshole. At least you're here now. I love you, man. I'm so fucking cool. Your show's so great. I'm so glad they hired you. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, God.
I'm sure that's what he said verbatim. Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, he wanted to put his hand on my dick had I let him.
He immediately just started complimenting you to the highest esteem. Yeah,
big time. I'm pretty talented, Sam. That's
what I hear. Yeah.
People hang out with me. They feel my pheromones and my aura. They want to be around me.
I'm
like
still
yourself.
waiting for that moment where I go full. I'm so fucking happy, man.
I'll stop it. Every time I leave, you're like, get you in here. Let me get the paws on you. Anyway.
Well, I mean, I would do that with LG if he would ever let me know he's about to take off to San Diego. But
whatever.
Because I'm a good friend.
No, he sneaks those trips because he uses our money and does them.
Goddamn right he does. That's exactly.
No, I need to hire an auditor. I'm going to hire an auditor.
Looking at me, Kevin Harvick's pit
Hey, we still running time. We still running time. Turn 4. Hey, LG. Hey, boy. Hey, you better get your ass. Make sure I got a pit and 2 holes. Don't let me forget I'm running tight in the corner.
Let me out of the car, Cole. Let me out of the car. Cole, let me out of the car.
He looks like generic pit crew member.
I'm telling
unbelievable. That's so
he looks like NASCAR. Yes, you're correct. Yes.
Should I switch back? I need to switch back.
No, please
no. It's great.
Please
no, it's great.
It's way better.
No.
Because it makes it feel like you're not sitting right next to me also, which is even better.
Or he looks like John Gruden's illegitimate Indonesian kid at the Raiders game.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. He feels like an offensive consultant.
What do you got on your head?
Staff.
It looks like Raiders. What is that?
No, it's that gambler gear, homie.
Hey, where the fuck's my swag, man?
In the kitchen.
Where's my swag?
In the kitchen. I saw my shirt.
I want my shit next week.
Austin Gamblers,
sure.
what you know?
No,
What's
it's
up,
a
bitches?
solid
From afar,
shield.
you look like the Raiders head coach. It's pretty funny.
It does look like the Raiders shield, but no.
Yeah, it's kick ass. Go Austin Gamblers, the official Professional Bull Riders Association team of the Mike Taylor Live Show, presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. Okay. Concert ends. I saw about 45 minutes of it. It was great.
Well, at least you caught 45.
On the way out, I'm having to carry the dude. I'm like, dude, do you know where you park? And he's like, yeah, but I can't drive, man. I'm not going to be able to drive. Well, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I got to get back to the club. They're expecting me. He's like, dude, I need you to call my wife. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, no.
I can't drive. This is pre-Uber. We didn't have Lyft or Uber, you know. I'm like, well, dude, where do you live? Oh, man, I live in Cotulla. What the fuck you doing living in Cotulla? And you commute to iHeart from Cotulla? Yeah, I'm in fucking Cotulla, man. That's an hour away. Like, dude, what do you make? $8 an hour? Why are you commuting from Cotulla?
I love the industry. It's my dream.
I just want to blow up. I wanted the afternoon drive show, and they gave it to you. Well, fucking A, I'm sorry. Well, dude, I don't. So he calls his wife. And I'm like, oh, hello. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Wendy. Hi, this is Mike. I don't want to give the names. He's not doing great. I'm probably going to have to drive him home.
He's not doing great.
And she goes, that piece of shit, he promised he wouldn't get drunk tonight. And the fact that he's with you makes it even worse because she told him, I guess I'll come off arrogant. You're hanging out with Taylor, right? Yes. Well, don't make an ass of yourself and don't let him get into trouble. Like she's protecting me because I'm the little darling of the ticket. Let's be honest. Without me, there is no ticket 760.
Cue the classical music. Cue the elevated. Give me some Chopin or something. Yeah.
I'm Taylor.
That's what we need to play every time you get herbaceous about the status of the station.
She's like, I told him not to do this with you. Well, I go, I don't worry. She was like, do I need to come get him? I've got kids and they're asleep. I go, no, Wendy, I'll just bring him home. Fuck, I can't leave the guy hammered, you know. So we get in the car. I'm like, dude, where the fuck? I go, what are you going to do with your truck? I'll come back and pick it up tomorrow. I'm like, dude, it's the AT&T Center. They're probably going to tow the damn thing. I'll risk it. Fuck it. Fuck it. So I'm like, well, tell me how to get to your house. Cool. So we get on 35, leaving out of downtown. He's like, take a right. I go, dude, I thought you lived in Cotulla. He's like, no, I got to make a stop. I'm like, dude, what do you mean you got to make a stop? He goes, hey.
First
he goes,
red flag.
I know, red flag already. He's like, dude, actually, he goes, I've decided not to go home because she's going to be pissed, and I don't want you to drive to Cotulla. I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, I got a buddy. I'll stay at my buddy's house. I'm like, are you sure? That's fine with me because I just want to get my ass away from this guy.
Yeah, you know? I don't care where at this point.
Yeah, I don't want to go to fucking Cotulla.
What's shorter?
And I thought he was going to puke in my car. It was bad. He's like, I want to roll the window down. I need air. If I puke, I'll just puke outside. I go, dude, it's going to get all over my fucking car door. Do I need to pull over? He's like, no, let me just call my buddy. I'm like, okay, cool. So he goes, will you dial it for me? I can't really. I'm like, oh my God, now I'm texting and driving. And I go, okay. So I'm fumbling through the guy's phone. I'm like, okay, what's the dude's name? He goes, Rattlesnake Mark. I go, wait, what? Wait, what the fuck did you just say? He goes, no, Rattlesnake. I'm going to go stay at Rattlesnake Mark's. I'm like, wait, so just Mark? No.
Look,
you got to put in Rattlesnake.
I'm country as fuck, and I don't have any friends that I refer to.
That is a fantastic nickname.
And sure enough, I'm scrolling his fucking. I'm like, let me pull over. I needed to get gas anyway, so I'll pull over at some random fucking Valero, God knows where in the middle of the South Side. And I start scrolling his phone. Sure enough, fucking Rattlesnake Mark. What the fuck? So I dial the phone. I give him the phone. He's like, hey, I need a crash, man.
Hello, Mr. Rattlesnake.
And they're talking and talking. It's like, cool. And all I know is I'm about to drop this fucker off, you know, and this is great. And so we're on the way there. And he starts crying. The guy that worked at the station starts bawling. Hey, I didn't mean to get you in trouble, man.
That's the natural progression.
I hope you're okay. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. I mean, like, dude, just how do we get to this dude's house? You know, take a right here and a left here and a winding. It was in the middle of the barrio. I'm not scared of the barrio, but it was 2:30 at night at this point or whatever. It's late. And we finally pull up and he's like, I want you to come in and meet Rattlesnake. I'm like, dude, I ain't meeting Rattlesnake. He's fucking Thunderdome. If you don't meet him and he knows you were here, he's going to get pissed. I'm like, oh, what? And sure enough, here comes Mark. Hey, that Mike Taylor, get the fucking ass out.
Serious sway. He's got serious sway with the city. Like if you offend Rattlesnake Mark, you're never going to make it in San Antonio. Like, man, you have to meet this guy.
So yeah, he comes on the porch. That Mike Taylor, hey, get your fucking ass in this house and let me get you some beer. I'm like, hey, dude, I've had enough. I got to get back to the club. I was lying. I just wanted to go home. No, he's like, fuck that. You going to get your ass in here. And he looked dangerous. As you might imagine, Rattlesnake Mark, he looked kind of dangerous.
What does that even mean?
Had a tank top on. You couldn't see any of his skin because it was all tats from the chin all the way through the neck, the arms, the whole bit. Get in here, man. Get in here. Let me get you a beer.
It's a massive projection based on artistic stylings of personality.
Hood rat. Southside hood rat. So I'm like,
again,
fuck.
I respect his passion for personal expression.
Oh, really? Because he had a dude getting murdered on his right shoulder.
That's a detail I wasn't aware of. Okay.
His entire left arm, guess what was on that? Rattlesnakes.
Oh, no way. Who could have seen?
So I'm thinking, okay, cool. I get it. That's why they call him Rattlesnake Mark. Okay, fine.
I get it. Yeah.
I'll have up here. I'll get rid of this fucking colleague, throw his ass on the couch, get the fuck out of there. And so I'm like, okay, cool, fuck it. And my buddy, my colleague had already gotten out of the car. I'm like, shit. I'm like, where do you want me to park? He's like, I park in the driveway. So I park in the driveway. And by the time I park in the driveway, my buddy, they went in the house. And Mark just goes, yeah, just come on in. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, fuck. One beer.
Oh,
get
you're
the fuck out of
committed.
here.
You're committed at that point.
Dude, this is life. This is the poor man's version of me being Mark Wahlberg and Boogie Nights showing up to the fucking drug dealer's house. Hey, friends, you know, oh my God. So I hear, and I walk up to the porch and I hear Mark from the other
puppies.
I hear Mark from the other end go, just come on in, man, make yourself at home. I'm like, okay, it's fine. Obviously the dude likes me, knows the show, blah, blah, blah. What I'm about to tell you two, you're not going to believe, but I swear to God on my children's souls that what I'm about to tell you is true. I open the door to this dude's house. I walk inside. It's the living room. There's no art on the wall. There's no television. There's one couch, a busted-ass love seat he probably got out of a fucking alley somewhere. No furniture to speak of other than a sofa. That's all he had in his living room. One couch, no TV, no nightstand, no nothing, except lining the walls, all four corners of the front room, mind you, all four walls, with a small sofa, were nothing but giant aquarium tanks, probably 30 of them. 40 maybe, because it covered the entire lining of all four sections of the front room wall. And inside every single one of these tanks were fucking rattlesnakes.
I mean, what'd you expect? He's not iguana Mark. He's Rattlesnake Mark. Like what? This isn't monitor Mark.
Yeah.
Monitor Mark.
Expecting to see tropical fish.
It's
Komodo
Dragon Mark. Come look at my collection.
No, you've never seen a rattlesnake as a goddamn pet in a dude's house. Probably illegal as shit.
That's ridiculous.
Felonies. Have you? In an aquarium in the front room?
I have not.
Not a rattlesnake, but definitely venomous snakes that are indigenous to Texas. Not a rattlesnake.
40 tanks.
Good
3 or 4
Lord.
or 5 snakes apiece slithering all over each other. That was his front room, dude, and nothing but a couch. That's it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What is happening?
They've gone to the back. They're in the kitchen. And I hear Rattlesnake Mark go, hey, make yourself at home, brother. I got Bud Light. I'm like, Mark. I go, dude.
I got
is
Bud
this
Light
safe?
and 40 rattlesnakes. Make yourself at home.
Can you imagine? I'm in a twilight zone. I'm having an out-of-body experience here, fully sober. He's like, hey, I'll get you a beer. Have a seat, man. We'll be up there in a minute. I go, Mark, I'm not that comfortable, dude. Some of these tanks are fucking open. Like, there's like cracks in the fucking deal, like at the top.
Oh, she ain't gonna hurt you. She's docile.
She ain't ever left there.
I've had her for 8 years. You never been around a rattler? These things are as gentle as a puppy. You'll be fine.
I'm like, fuck that. I can't sit in this room with these snakes. So I walk back to the kitchen, and there's Rattlesnake Mark, some random looking tore up ass crack whore looking woman.
Okay.
The guy that I work with, and they're in there on the table just doing rails of coke about 10 inches long. Ooh, this is my drunk ass buddy whose wife expecting me to take him home, mind you. I'm like, what the guys? They're like, hey, Taylor, have a seat. I'm like, no, man, I can't do that, dude. I can't. They drug test at work, blah, blah, blah. I'm just making up shit to get out of there. So imagine that. These people in there doing blow on the kitchen table with rattlesnakes galore. So I had to pick my poison. Door number 1, stay in here with the cokeheads. Door number 2, go back in there and risk your life with a bunch of fucking rattlesnakes. And I told, then that's when I'm like, dude, we got to go. Got to go.
We're done here.
We're done. You got to go. Come on, man. He's like, that's because he's like, I decided not to sleep here after all. He's like, don't worry, dude. The blow sobers me up. That's what he said. The blow sobers me up.
Well, he's He's not necessarily wrong there. Hypothetically speaking,
told you.
I mean, from what I hear from friends that have experience in the field, I mean,
It's called cocaine.
That's correct.
So Rattlesnake Mark's like, hey, I understand, Taylor. I don't want to put you in an uncomfortable spot. Oh, you don't want to put me in an uncomfortable spot. Bitch, what do you think I'm in now? And he goes, I'll tell you what.
I've offered you nothing but luxurious comfort to this point.
God. So Mark goes, hey, I'll give you $100. I'll give you $100 if you'll take my wife down the street to the Bolero, because they're open all night, and get 2 more 6-packs, and you can have one, and I'll give you $100. And I'm like, okay, that might work.
Okay, well, now we're talking numbers. Yeah, I mean,
$100 in beer. I'm already here. It's 2:45 in the morning. Fuck it. I'm like, we can buy beer. They're like, oh, they sell it to us because we're in the neighborhood. Some fucking shady, it wasn't a Bolero, some shady ass stop and go, selling beer all night long. I'm like, and so she's like, yeah, okay, I say where the store is. This dude's old, it's his wife, Mrs. Rattlesnake Mark. And I should not have done this. I should have done any of this. And so we get to the car, and she's like, oh, the store's just a block, but I'm too fucked up to walk. So I'm going to run in there and get the beer. We'll give you $100. And so we're driving, and she's like, hey, I'm sorry. We just like to party hard. I'm like, it's cool. I'm just trying to get to the store. He gave me the $100 on the spot. So I'm like, well, fuck, now I have to take his old lady to the store to get the beer. I got the $100.
Oh, I wouldn't have gone and left it unless it was paid up front.
Of course.
I mean,
he pulled it out.
That was understood. Yeah.
Yeah. He unrolled it because he was snorting blow with it.
Correct.
Take this $100.
Yeah, that was kind of the mental picture I had of like, all right, go get us some beer.
I've got a coked out Benjamin in my wallet now, taking his skank wife to the store to get beer. So we get there. She's like, I'm sorry. We just like to party hard. We're harmless. I'm like, okay. She's like, Mark just got out of prison 6 months ago. We're just trying to stay off the grid. Fact. Oh, my God. So we get to the store. She goes in, comes back with the beer, gets back. She's like, okay. So I'm driving back to the house. It's like literally not even a mile. On the way back to the dude's house, and this woman is just busted as fuck. Just look like just hot. We're on the way back to the dude's house. She goes, hey, you're that radio guy, right? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, you want a blowjob? I'm like, what? Wait. I go, what? She's like, you want a blowjob? I'm like, no, I'm like, no, I'm really good. I appreciate that. And like, she offered me like a piece of candy. I'm like, no, I'm good. I appreciate it. I was just trying not to piss her off at the finish. She's like,
I'm not a fan of Jolly Ranchers. Like, I'm more of a Sweet Tarts guy. Like, I'm okay.
I don't mind. It's cool. I'm really good. So it will be done before we get back to the house. I'm like,
no, it wouldn't be done before you get back. And I'm really good. Like,
it's good. I'm super good. Okay, that's cool. Dude, to this moment, I've never had a more surreal night in my fucking life. Just because of the absurdity of all this is real life happening. All this stuff in sequence. The absurdity of it is outrageous. It's unbelievable, but everything I've told you is true.
I'm not sure I have.
God.
I'm not sure I have anything that compares to the absurd. Like when you say it's Boogie Nights Light, it's not even Boogie Nights Light. It's like Dr. Thunder to Dr. Pepper. Like it's
no one shot at me, thank God.
Correct, but it's not the light. It's not Diet Dr. Pepper. Like it's just like it's closer than that.
Finally, we get back to the house, and I didn't want to offend her by turning down the BJ.
Well, that's big of you.
Because she's fucked up and she's crazy and she's going to go all Amber Heard on me and tell God knows what she'll tell her husband. You know what I'm saying? So we get into the house. She's like,
in the front seat of your car.
If you change your mind, I'm like, no, we're good. We get in the house and we get back. And my colleague, if you want to call him that, who hadn't worked at the station in well over 10 years. Shocking. He didn't last very long.
Shocking. Yeah. I mean, no way. Like,
I think they moved to Florida or something.
I think he became a rattlesnake breeder.
He's dead. He's got to be dead or fucking locked up or probably dead.
Probably
get back to that
time
house
with my cousin.
probably, and my buddy's there. He's like, "Hey, dude, I've sobered up now. The coke kicked in." I'm like, "Oh, cool. I'm glad the coke kicked in. Yay!" He's like, "Yeah, I can't stay here at Mark's because he don't have a bed for me anyway." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Dude, can we just please go?" He's like, "Yeah." And so I drove him to Cotulla. Do you know where Cotulla is?
Are you kidding me? You ended up driving him home after all of this.
Yeah.
You're a better person than I am. I would have literally said, sleep on the floor and pray that a rattlesnake doesn't sneak out of one of those little tiny slits that are open.
I know. I wound up driving the asshole back to Cotulla. Yeah. You know what else? I came to an epiphany that night. I knew that
Did he offer to blow you on the way home or no?
No, but he was like, at least you got that $100, right? Thank you, Mike Kendall.
I mean, gas was cheaper back then, at least.
You know what? I also knew that was the night
Brandon.
I knew that night my marriage would fail. I already knew it was failing.
It's a hell of a revelation.
I'm glad Kevin Harvick's pit chief laughed before I did because I was right on top of it.
You know why? Because through all that, because I didn't get home till sunup. You know where Cotulla is? It's not close.
Yeah, it's
halfway to Laredo.
Yeah, it's
no clue.
No reason for you to have a clue.
No, it's no it's no South.
How many times my wife checked on me that night? 0. Not once. A lot of you boys would love to have a wife that never checked on you. I could have been murdered, poisoned, given an STD. Any of those things were possible had I said yes
to the rattlesnakes.
Fed to a snake. Taken to jail. Because there was a fucking kilo of blow on that table in that fucking house. At least. Because I've seen a kilo. I grew up in the hood.
I was about to say, that infers that you know what a kilo of blow looks like.
I know what a box full of coke looks like, dude.
Everyone's seen Scarface.
Oh, correct. Yeah. Because the movies, if it's in the movies, then it's completely accurate.
My home between 1982 and 1993. So, yeah, she didn't even text me once. No calls, nothing. I got there at sunup and slept on the couch. And the next morning, she's just like, "Hey, did you have a good night?" I'm like, "Yes, bitch. What if I were dead in a ditch?" No text message, nothing. Anyway, that's a sidebar.
Eddie's still got
driving home that night. I thought two things. A, I'm going to quit being paranoid about the 1-year contract with iHeart. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm good at what I do. They hired me for a reason. I'm going to kick ass. 2, I'm dumping her as soon as I get a chance.
More focus on the first part of that. Like your future profession is in good hands, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you might want to.
Yeah, so there's the story. I wish some of it were made up. I made up the names. That's it. Now, Rattlesnake Mark's a legit name. Wendy the wife is not a real name.
I hope there were some people out there right now that were like, "Oh my God, I met Rattlesnake Mark at the Freer Rattlesnake Roundup. Like, I can't wait to, now it's all coming together."
Unbelievable. All right, let's end tonight by checking our sack, shall we, DJ LG? Let's get into my sack, see what's in that
deep.
thing.
Mail, motherfucker.
And it is brought to you by JM Pool and Spa. George and his team over there at JM Pool and Spa, they can take care of your pool. You want a pool, they can get you done. You need some refurbishing, they can get you done. Some renovation, they can get you done. The official provider of Taylor Sack tonight is JM Pool and Spa, the official pool and spa handler of Mike Taylor Live, presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. All right. Thank you. Lots of folks have given us money tonight. Appreciate that. LG's Thunderdome bought 5 coffees. The Hanger, that's 1-year Taylor magic there. Wasn't there a pretty powerful echo in that place?
Oh, God.
Well, it's been a long time, Thunderbone.
That's why we got these things.
Are you prepared, Martin Truex Jr. over there? Like, are we going to be okay?
How many different race car drivers can Puma reference in one night? We're finding
I'm
out.
working on it. I've doubled up on Harvick because
one,
he's a personal favorite of mine. AJ Allmendinger.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
Allmendinger.
Rusty Wallace, get them all in. Go ahead.
Oh, the great Rusty Wallace. I mean,
Jimmy Spencer,
let's
get them
be
all
honest.
in. Jimmy Spencer.
The greatest. I mean, NASCAR died when Dick Trickle quit lighting up heaters
what?
inside the car on the formation lap.
I was
Somebody
a Jeff
named
Gordon
Richard
man.
Trickle.
Are you unfamiliar with the greatness of Dick Trickle?
Okay.
No,
You
I've
really gonna go
experienced Dick
off
Trickle
on
before.
this?
Like, he literally smoked cigarettes
Bet you have.
on formation laps. Like, he would light a heater inside the car as he's driving behind the pace car, burn one last cigarette, chunk it out the window as if he's driving down 281, and then race a NASCAR race.
I was a Jeff Gordon man because he was
different
he was
era. Oh,
he was
fuck
the pretty boy.
Gordon. Come on now.
He was a pretty boy. He's a big fan.
like
He's a fan of
those-
mine. He's Thunderdome too.
No.
Did you see that?
Jeff Gordon. He follows
Yeah,
you
you
or
see
what?
that?
It's
He follows
unfortunate.
me on
Nice.
Twitter. Bet your ass he does. I don't know why he does, but he does.
Don't get him on the
Appreciate
show.
Dude, we're
I
on like
should.
fight number 3 of this Stars game.
that. What's the score?
0-0.
Okay, you're
Still.
fine. You ain't missed jack shit. Hector bought 5 coffees on behalf of Jerry Jones Harry Hines Boulevard extravaganza. Very good.
Thank you, Hector.
Mad Handle 14 bought 3 coffees to support Puma's smoke break. That's good.
Thank you. I like it.
No.
Kendall bought 5 coffees tonight. I appreciate that. Very good.
I like
very
the
good.
potential of a wireless microphone. That could actually.
I mean, we can do that. Headphones might be another trick, but you could at least talk. We could hear you smoking.
Yeah,
You couldn't hear us. but-
You just hear me randomly reacting to the Stars game.
I guess I could rig up 2 wireless things, one for headphones, one for
LG's going to go early and make sure we're good for Texas Cheer Liquor on Tuesday night, and he's going to go early to the hangar on Wednesday to make sure we're good too, right, isn't he?
Yep. And wherever somebody makes us go on Thursday as well, I'll figure that one
Is
out.
that is
ready
anything
to
confirmed? Nothing's
scout?
confirmed
I
on
don't
that
know.
yet, right?
Right now it's for sale.
Oh,
For-
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sell.
Yeah, right now it's for sale. But we do have a contingency plan for a location
yes.
if we don't sell. So,
Yes, we do. Hey, go get the. Someone's got to take a leak. She's come up to me. Here we go. What that means?
Willie
Yeah.
for president, Waylon for vice, and Merle for impeached.
Hell yeah. Go get the for Secretary of State.
I like
Don't
it.
lick me on the mouth. You lick your own cooter. Don't lick me on the mouth.
I mean,
disgusting.
who doesn't?
I think we're
You
done.
you would if you could.
Do you not have mail, motherfucker?
We're good.
We played it. We're
Oh,
good.
we
We
burned
did
it?
it.
Yeah.
Where were you?
We can do it.
I
We
got
can
hockey.
do it again.
I got hockey
We
to
can do it a
watch.
second
I don't know.
time.
I've been watching hockey for the last 20 minutes. Like, this
Jesus.
shit's been
And there's
insane.
Mills and there's Taylor's sack for the night. There you go. Play it again.
We're doing it again. Hold on.
Play it to go out to make Puma happy.
It's
Yeah.
only appropriate.
There we go.
Mail, motherfucker.
Thank you.
Sweet. All right, good. That's it. We're done. All right, you boys be good. That's it. All right, so when we talk to you next time, it'll be from San Antonio. Next Tuesday, this show will be at
Groundbreaking.
Texas Cheer Liquor on 1604 in Culebra Commons by Bubba's. We will be there, and I'll post a bunch of stuff on the internets. And then next Wednesday, we'll be at the Hangar. Also, Tuesday at 11 we'll be at Big Bit Barbecue. So you boys come out and buy plates for the barbecue and hang out with us at Texas Cheer and or the Hangar on Wednesday. That's it. Thank you to the Puma. Go Stars. Thank you to DJ LG. Go Mike Heimerdinger or whoever the other racer you need to address is. And
AJ
thank you.
Allmendinger.
AJ, is it AJ or just AJ? AJ Allmendinger. Yeah. Very good.
AJ
And
Ford.
thanks to me. I appreciate me too. I thank you. Hey, happy
Yes, thank
Cinco
you.
de Mayo. It's May the 5th as we record.
Hey, happy birthday,
Hey.
Roach. It's my
Hey.
buddy Roach's birthday.
Oh
Cinco
yeah,
de
okay,
Mayo.
cool. What
He's the whitest kid you know.
La cucaracha. That's what we call him on May 5th. All right, we're done. We'll see y'all Tuesday from San Antonio. All 3 of us at Texas Cheer Liquor. All you guys.
Stars scored!
Oh, woo! Yo!
Hey, we done.
Score! All
We're
you
not
guys-
going home!
you dudes that chat every day, I don't want to see no chats next Tuesday. Y'all get your asses out to Texas Cheer Liquor. That's where I want to see you. And then get your ass out to the hangar on the next night. Hey, thanks to Lawrence. We're done. We'll see you boys Tuesday. We'll see you on the radio on iHeart Manana. Love you hard. Goodbye.
Come back, you puppy!
Mike Taylor Live is presented by Texas Cheer Liquor.